It took 30 years, but the acclaimed novel, Winter's Tale, it's now out in paperback. It's now a movie coming to theaters on Valentine's Day. The fairy tale romance stars Colin Farrell as a thief who ends up getting his own heart stolen by the woman whose house he intended to rob. Take a look.
What are you doing here?
I was just robbing the place, you know.
Is that still your intention?
Nope. No, it isn't.
Well then, I suppose the polite thing to do would be to offer you a cup of tea.
Colin Farrell, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him.
Thank you. Good morning.
Oh, Colin, I watched this last night, and I just...
Hated it.
No,
It's a great scene. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming by. No. This is what I love about you. Peter Lake, just describe playing him, the character.
It's fine, I got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Fine. Playing him, the character, was a joy. It was a joy. It was. I mean, one of the most beautiful things about being part of this film is being in New York. I'm not just saying that for 5 months, because the book, the film, the city is such an intrinsic part of the story. It's such a character in the story. So to be here, and to be here just before Sandy struck, and that was a crazy time to be in the city, and yeah, just to be around all these iconic landmarks and just the energy of this place in the middle of winter. But Peter Lake was a lovely character to play. Someone who was born, you know, in a world of hard knocks and came from a life of being an orphan and never had a family and never grew up in an environment of any kind of love or sense of belonging. And then he was somebody who found that sense of belonging through this love that he experiences in the first 10 or 15 minutes of the film. So it was a very sweet experience.
Very sweet all the way through it, and you described it extremely well. And it's got everything, good versus evil. It has it's a fantasy world,
yes,
but it's a love story
absolutely
at heart.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It exists, I suppose, in two places that don't, at times, can be diametrically opposed: the world of the intimate and the world of the internal and the heart, and then the world of culture and cityscapes and the world of the imagination and the fantastical. So there are elements of what feel like supernatural to it, but the most supernatural thing is the love between the two main characters. It kind of is. It's so sweet, yes, and it's so immediate and it's so deep, and it ends up transcending time. The story takes place over 100 years, and so... And
when it does, and we don't want to talk too much out of school for people who haven't read it, your character lives 100 years plus. When you didn't realize you had been living that long until the Jennifer Connelly character comes along. Yeah. The emotion, the raw emotion, how'd you tap into that, realizing what you had experienced, remembering finally?
Just human beings are emotional. We're emotional creatures, whether we like to admit it or not. You're either connecting to your emotion or you're suppressing it. You know, and of course there's grey areas in between those two obvious benchmarks. But that was fun. It was all there on the page. Akiva Goldsman wrote such a beautiful, beautiful script. And I mean, the book is so dense. I haven't read the book, but I have friends that love the book, that adore the book. And what Akiva did was just distilled a very particular aspect and fragment of the book, albeit a very important one, and turned it into the film and put a lot of his experience in. So the emotional weight of what the characters are going through was very much on the page. It was very easy to access.
And he was really moved by the fight scenes between you and Russell Crowe. You all really went there.
Russell knows his way around a stage fight, yeah, no,
you were holding your own, my man.
He's a strong man, Russell. He's well able to choreograph.
But it wasn't. They said it, and that's the word. It was kind of like you all were dancing. It was like it was so choreographed.
It can be, yeah, you can be. I mean, it's a to and fro. You're going off the person you're working with, and they're going off you, and there is an understanding. You're not trying to defeat the person you are dancing with them. You're on the same team as them.
Well, it works, and you know it's now a major motion
as opposed
picture.
to a minor.
Yes,
now
it is.
A minor motion picture. That's what I want to see in a book someday. Now a minor motion picture.
I'm telling you, people need to see this.
Thank you.
And need to see you. And thank you.
Have you seen my legs? I've been doing an ab workout for the last 5 minutes. Because the seat broke, so I've been.
Did you see
my
that?
lower abs?
You didn't hear it?
My lower abs are getting amazing. Look at this.
You can do the fight scene all over again.
Spare no expense at GMA. Whoa! Is that mean? Is that mean?
Colin Farrell, ladies and gentlemen, is soon to be coming back here to Good Morning America. Winter's Tale opens nationwide on Valentine's Day. Perfect.